All right, here I am. Here I am again. I like look kind of sexy with my hat like that. Now, I had an interesting thing that happened to me today at Northeastern. I got a lot to talk about. I had to, in order for me to do this show, I had to get rid of a lot of applications off of this phone. So I'm gonna have to start figure out another way of doing my shows. Another technique, more cameras and stuff. I think I got a lot to say right now. I hope I don't sign off before I finish all I have to say. No, my last lecture I dealt with what was happening to America. I've traveled all over America. I've been in Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Boston, every city, every major city in the country. You got what you call these homeless, what do you call it? The communities. And all these guys are a bunch of homeless dudes, and they all doing drugs. I know when I was in LA, they had tents. They had tents in Beverly Hills. People were sleeping in tents in Beverly Hills. So it's something like what is it? What they call it? Like a habit. It's like a habit or something to be. It's something common in America. Homeless shelters and drug addicts. Now, I was very much concerned when I came through South Station and there were no bathrooms. It's a shame. I don't understand the people who rule this country. Don't they realize that there are human things, there are natural things that people have to do, like shit and piss? And if you don't have a bathroom where they can shit and piss, they're going to do it on the street. And if you don't care, what kind of rule are you? Why are you there sitting? It's a crime. I can hardly think of things to say because it's so hard for me to say it. Many people are coming around, and so I have to sort of, while I'm at 500 Boylston Street, and all of a sudden, my goodness, folks just start coming in this direction. So I have to calm down. But wow, I didn't know it would be like this. I thought I'd be able to find me a lonely place, but people are everywhere. And it's going to be a little difficult for me to do my show the way I had planned. Babies behind me. Oh boy. I was at Northeastern. And I went into the student union. And there was this huge black woman. She must have been maybe about, she's huge. She was a big, like, black woman. She was maybe about 6 feet tall, and I would imagine she could be a good wrestler. But she had all black on it. Of course, she had the mask covered. And the lady just kept looking at me. I said, whoa, what's going on here? She just kept staring at me. I said, what is going on? This was only a couple of hours ago. I said, what? I saw there was like a little black dot right in between her eyebrows. And I sat across, I started out the door, and then I came back. The lady was staring at me. She had the mask on. And I said, well, what is going on? So I sat down, and I started looking at the woman. Then I asked, I said, what country are you from? She just looked at me. She had this mask on her face, and she just kept staring at me. Then she walked past me and looked at me, and then she went back to it. I said, what is going on here? Big black woman, tall. Well, I'm sure she must have been from some country, not here, because I don't. What? I said, what's going on? Well, in my younger days, I could understand it. I could understand why a woman would do that to me. I didn't understand it until I became old. See, when I was young, I was a very good-looking young dude. But now that I'm old and wrinkled up, I don't understand why was that woman doing that? She kept staring at me, just kept looking. I said, what's going on here? And I said, where are you from? I said, what country are you from? And she just stared at me and kept looking at me. I said, what is going on here? So some Indian dudes, they came and they sat over. I said, I said, what's wrong with that woman? She keep looking at me. It's quite intimidating. And she kept on staring at me. Wow. I don't know. Okay. But I would like to get back to the subject that I was talking about earlier when I on my way to Northeastern this morning. You know, it's a crying shame that our leaders, you're saying to your people, go shit in the street. Go piss in the street. Aren't you saying that when you don't provide public toilets? Look, they got public toilets in East Africa. I mean, you pay 10 cents and you go to the toilet. I'm on Boylston Street. I walk the streets, all these streets. You know there are no public toilets on the street. There are no public. Okay, they have an event at the Boston Common. Then they put public toilets. They have an event over here in Copley Square. Then they put up. But what about the rest of the week? What are our leaders doing? People who run the cities, what are they doing? We look like pigs. Americans, we look like pigs. People sleeping on the street, trash in the road. People don't have no place to